Hey, in my last speech, I told you a little story about why I chose my topic. In today's speech, I'm going to be informing you about the issues with our current voting system and focusing on the elements of voter dissatisfaction, and those elements being strategic voting, minority rule, and the spoiler effect. And I'm going to be discussing a possible solution in alternative voting. To start things off, our current voting system is that of first past the post. In this voting system, each voter gets one vote for one candidate. The candidate with the most votes wins. And that's where the voting system gets its name from. The first past the post wins the race. And this voting system has left many people unhappy. And for this, I'm going to be defining that as voter dissatisfaction. The feeling of reluctance to vote, or like one's vote doesn't matter because of unhappiness with the candidates or because of the voting system. We all know someone that thinks their vote doesn't matter. And again, the main contributors to voter dissatisfaction are strategic voting, minority rule, and the spoiler effect. Now, strategic voting or tactical voting is described as when you don't vote for your favorite candidate. You vote for somebody you like less that has a better chance of winning to keep someone you really don't like from winning the race and being in office. And that goes into minority rule. Minority rule is when an official is elected into office with the minority of votes. Think of an election where there are 5 candidates: red, blue, green, yellow, and purple. Red only gets 30% of the votes, while the other candidate gets the rest of the 70% of the votes. Well, red wins the race because he had the most votes, equaling 30%. But that's still a minority of voters. This just should not be happening. Also, there's the spoiler effect, and that's when a candidate enters the race that has similarly aligned views to a candidate already in the race that is likely to win, thus splitting their votes and ensuring a win for the third candidate. And a solution to all these problems? Alternative vote, also called instant runoff vote or ranked choice voting. In this system, voters rank candidates first, second, third, and so on, in order of most favorite to least. The candidate with the least amount of first votes is eliminated from the election. Everyone with that candidate as their first choice, their vote goes to their second choice candidate. This process repeats until there is a majority winner or until one candidate is left. Since votes are transferred, voting for a new candidate doesn't cause the spoiler effect, which encourages voters to vote honestly, eliminating strategic voting, and then you can vote for your favorite candidate. Also making officials campaign harder for your vote. Now, some issues that have been brought against alternative vote, or AV, is that it's a complicating voting process. Well, 95% of New York voters that voted in the 2021 special election rated ranked voting as simple. Another issue brought against alternative vote is it's difficult to rank multiple candidates. Also, in 2020, in the city of New York, 70% of voters ranked more than one candidate. And also, there's the issue of errors on the ballots. Maine, one of the most recent cities to implement ranked choice voting, had voting errors actually decrease. And with this, I hope you're more informed on the solution to first past the post in alternative voting. In my next video, I will try to persuade you into activism for alternative vote.